So here she is. She's got her head cocked to the side, a little bit. She's so cute. I love her. Hi guys, I am so excited to share with you my project this week because I am making ornament spiders. We have the daddy spider and this is their teenage son. So now we need to make the mommy spider. For this project, you will need an extra large ornament. I think that this is a 100mm ornament. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. I got 4 of them for like $1 or something. It was a really good deal. But as soon as I saw them, I thought that would make a great spider butt. So I got them and I'm so excited. And this was the inspiration for this project. Also those little like beaded spider earrings that you'll see, I was like, oh, those are so cute and I love them. Why not make a great big one? So that is what we're doing. You will need a small bowl. This is 40mm, I believe. And you'll need a faux fur ball. I got this from Amazon with a bunch of other ones that I'm using for a different project. But they're like hat pom-poms and they have a little elastic piece on them and you can get like 4 to 15 of them probably, or even more than that. You can get like a big package with all sorts of different colors of faux fur. So I used brown for the dad and their child, and I'm using this dusty rose color for the mother spider. And then you will need 4 pieces of wire. This wire here is 18 inches long. It's about the length of my little cutting mat here. And this is floral wire that was already cut. You can purchase wire at the store, like the 18 gauge wire would probably work great, and cut it yourself. Or if you have floral wire, this works great. You will need 2 pliers to twist the wire and to twist the ends of it so that the beads don't fall off. So here are the pliers that I'm using. This one has a flat edge and this one is kind of curved. If you have one that's more of like a circle, I think that would work better, but these are what I have and they work fine. You will need a little bit of black paint and a paintbrush, of course. I'm using E6000 to glue the eyes on, and I'm using hot glue. One thing to note for the father spider, if you want to give him little jeweled fangs like this, you want to test your glue. Oh my gosh, I wish my children would stop fighting. Does anybody else have this problem? Like the second you sit down to do anything, your kids will try to kill each other? It's a problem. Okay. I think we're good. The little jeweled fangs that I used for the dad, which I'm not going to be putting on the mother spider, you want to test the glue on your jewel. So I know that the hot glue is not going to work. The hot glue will not keep these on here. Eventually they will fall off. So I tested, as you can see here, the E6000 makes it bubble, right? But the tacky E6000 tacky glue worked fine, but I don't necessarily trust that to hold it on forever. So I used super glue to glue that on. For this spider that we're making here, I'm not going to be putting fangs on it, so I don't need to worry about them. These are the eyeballs. They're self-adhesive pearls. I pick off the self-adhesive part because that's not going to stay on long term anyways, and then I use the E6000 to glue it to the spider head. And these I picked up in Walmart in the sticker section. Now for beads, most of these beads I got at Walmart. These clear beads here, they come in a big tub, so I just went through and I picked out the beads that I wanted to use. These clear ones I'm going to be using for the knee joint, and these are going to be his little feet. And then I have silver beads to go in between these like metal tube macrame beads. All right, and that is everything that you will need. I'll put a list in the description, and if I have any links for the stuff that I'm using, I will put the links in there. All right, step 1 is to put your spider body together. So what I'm going to do, I want to leave this out because I can use this to like string wire through and hang him off of stuff like he's coming down. So this is going to be the back part of his bottom, her bottom, because she's a lady. And then I'm just going to glue it on like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it to this side. So I'm going to spread the fur like that. I'm going to get my hot glue. I'm going to put a generous amount. So it's a big butt and we want it to stay on. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna hold it together while it dries. I have my hot glue, I have my hot glue gun on the extra hot setting, so it takes a little bit longer to dry, but I also feel like it kind of works a little bit better to keep it together long term. Like it adheres to the surfaces better if it's hotter. And it gets kind of drippy. You can just kind of pat some of the fur into it, and that covers up the drips. No one will know. I love this pink color. I think it's very pretty. And you might need to go back in later and just add a little bit more glue around the edges. I'm going to wait to do that right now and go ahead and glue the head on. So what I'm going to do, again, is pull the fur down away from where we want to glue. You could trim it too, but I think this will work just fine. I kind of want his head looking up, so I'm going to put more glue above that little elastic piece. I'm going to just press that head in, watching the line. Make sure that I keep that line even. Okay, so while that is setting, it's time to twist my wires. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay it down. Center is 9. So I'm going to clamp it with my pliers here. I'm going to clamp these at like 8.5-ish, like that, and then I'm going to twist. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. I'm going to twist it a couple of times because I want them to stay together. I'm not very good with pliers here. Hopefully it will be easier for you. But you definitely need 2. If you just have the one set of pliers and try to twist it by hand, it's really hard to do and you won't be able to get it tight enough. And then your legs will be falling apart. Okay, so here are our legs. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it this way, where I have the line going across center, and these 2 as the back legs, and these 2 as the front legs. So it's going to be like this. And you'll be using a ton of hot glue to glue this thing together. Glue gun. I'm going to put a good size of glue down. And it is very drippy, which I don't want it to be. Because when you do have it on that extra hot setting, it takes forever. And especially when you're using as much glue as I'm using. Anyways, this is the most time-consuming part of your project. It's waiting for the glue to dry and putting on all the different coats that are needed. Because this whole area I want to coat in hot glue because it's going to help hold the whole spider together in the long run. Make him sturdy so that if your kid gets a hold of it and starts playing with it, even though this is meant for decoration, it is not meant to be played with. Your kids will, if you have children, they'll probably get a hold of it at some point and play with it. So you want to make it as sturdy as you can. Okay, so while I'm waiting for this glue to dry, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more glue over here to the neck. I'm going to cover, like seriously, when I say we're using a lot of glue, we're using a lot of glue. You want to have probably like 3 or 4 glue sticks ready. We're just turning the bottom part of the spider into like a solid thing of hot glue. Okay. You can see here, I don't know how well you can see that, there is a ton of glue being used. This is going to take a really long time to dry, so I'm going to sign off again and go do something else, and I will come back to this in just a second. All right, so it's been a minute. It's been about 20 minutes, and it's still not completely dry in the center, but it's dry enough that I'm comfortable moving on. You can see it's still a little clear in there, but it's nice and cloudy on the outside. So that's when you know that it's really dry, at least with the glue sticks that I have. If it's cloudy like that, then you can move on. Now I want to go ahead and put the beads on the legs. So I'm going to start back here. We're going to go one gold, a little silver bead. You don't have to do it like this too, you know, make it yours. And the silver one, I'm using clear for the knee on this one. I'm going to do gold. Oh, whoops, gold, silver, silver, and then a foot, like that. So that's the leg that I want for this spider. And I'm going to take my, I guess what, needle nose, not that they're very much needly, here. I'm going to grip the end and just curve it around like that. And that's not good enough for me, the way that is right there. I don't know how well you can see that. But then I take it and I'm just going to pinch it a little bit more. I can turn it in like that. Okay, so there's one leg. And I'm going to do the same thing for each of them, but for this next one, I'm going to start with silver and then gold. Silver, gold. So each leg will be slightly different, but I'm still using the same beads. Before I do that, like, you can get crazy with your beads if you want to. Like, they don't all have to match either. I kind of did something different with this one. But this one, I'm doing the same thing for the lady that I did with my male spider here. I'm just going to go into a time lapse here while I do these legs. It's time to do my eyeballs. I'm using 2 of the larger size and 2 of the medium size. If you see here, her head is cocked a little bit sideways, so I think that gives her a little bit of personality. So I'm going to put her eyes like that, just kind of following with the line of the ornament. Okay, so each of these has a little sticker on the bottom of it, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that off. Okay. Got my eyeballs ready. I'm gonna get my E6000. This stuff is pretty toxic. I don't really recommend using it, but at the same time, it's the only glue that I truly trust with this stuff, because I don't want it falling off later. Pop that on there like that. And do another one. Second big eye. Kind of moving around a little bit. Oh, she's so cute. So here she is. She's got her head cocked to the side a little bit. She's so cute. I love her. My daughter loves them, but she's also super scared of them. So I'll show a picture of her right here, and she'd get up really close to it, right up to its face, and then start screaming and run away. It was really funny. Okay, so I think we can move on at this point. Still recording. The last thing to do is to just paint the hot glue on the bottom. Maybe a dark purple would have looked really nice, but I don't know. The black is fine too. She just has to look pretty on the top. Her underbelly can be kind of spooky with the black. Just kind of blending the black so it's not quite so harsh up on the sides here. I can't believe I put the butt on crooked. She's just got lots of personality. And she's done. I want to make a spider web to put these on, like a jeweled, like a wire spider web that has jewels on it, or little jewelly beads, orange and black beads or something that say Happy Halloween or Trick or Treat or something like that. So I'm kind of working out how I want to do that and how big I want to make that. So if you are interested in more Halloween decoration material, be sure to subscribe. Or don't, whatever, it's all good. If you make one of these spiders and you put it on Instagram, find me on Instagram. I have a link in my description, and tag me in it because that would make me super happy, and nobody's ever done that before. And I would love to see your creations. So hopefully you found this helpful, and I hope you're happy and well, and I will see you next time. Bye.